Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here with another live unboxing. I know I'm starting a few minutes early, but I see there's people already here. Spartan, Jindigo, welcome. And I figure we can just let people trickle in for a few minutes and then we'll get started. There's always a little bit of preamble before I actually do the unboxing, right? So let's get some time for people to get in here and see what's going on. Yeah, it's another late stream. Decent sized box. Yes, it is. We've had a few smaller ones recently. Got some bigger ones on the way, and a mix. I once again, I hit this point in just about every month, kind of middle of the month, where it's like, man, I haven't really bought too much, and then I just go on a spending spree. It's probably not the best idea for the business, but we'll hope it pans out. Hope we made some good purchases. Blue fan, Pirate Dad. Yeah, it has been a while. Master Robo, Overking, welcome. Tropaz, Wolf Shadow, the Quest Guy. I love this. See, this is this is why I open up early. Get everybody in here. Robert finally caught a live stream. I like it. Wait. Quest Guy. A giant black snake got inside of my house. Yeah. I don't care for snakes inside my house either. I wouldn't be in my house if there was a giant black snake in my house. I mean, hopefully it's just like a rat snake or something, and it's not gonna really bother you too much. Hopefully, but yeah, that's kind of weird. Jingo did something really dumb yesterday. Counted all the individual items in my shop as of order 509. Guess how many items I have? Oof. Are we talking like in stock? Um, I'm guessing it's probably still. I mean, it's a few hundred. I know that over 300, maybe over 400. Let's go. Let's go kind of wild and say like 425. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of curious now to know the number because I suppose that includes like portals and games and stuff too. Maybe. Or are you talking like individual items including duplicates? Ooh, that would be an even bigger number. That'd be in the thousands, I would have to think. I don't even know. I mean, if we're going there, like, I don't know, 1,500. Just making wild random numbers now. I honestly have no idea. Man. Biggie John, Super Gigan, Tropaz, welcome. Got an Astroblast in box for $10. Not bad. So I mean that was the whole set then, right? Because Astroblast I think only came in the that Sky Pack, right? I think. Quest guy, yeah, save the Skylanders from the snake. A snake could eat Skylanders. That's a good call. Yes, only Rattleshake and Cobra Kadabra. As Master Robo, yes, there's a small white snake on the shelf behind me. But I'm with Pirate Dad here. Rattleshake and Cobra Kadabra. Only snakes allowed in the house. Got your order today. Nice. Game works perfectly. I like it. Okay. A lot of good stuff here. Ooh, I missed a few. Just bought 10 items for SCL for another amazing price. I have a gazillion towers of time. I do have quite a few. They're not the biggest sellers for whatever reason, which is weird. I don't know if everybody just already has the level, but it's a good level if you haven't played it. Go pick up Tower of Time. It's a solid level. All of the expansion pack levels like that. Like I know people more often pick up Sheeprick Island, but Tower of Time is just as good. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. 1,477. Yeah, that was a stab in the dark. Um, wow. 1,477 items currently in the shop as of order 509. So that number has gone down slightly since I've gotten some orders since then, I think. But now it's going to go back up because we have a bunch of pieces to answer to add to it. Um, what's the difference between orders and purchase? Is that purchases? Nothing, I would say. I mean, yeah, one order is one purchase, I think. Tropaz, it's 14 pounds of stuff. I think they told me, like, I never do a hard count of these. I think they said it's about 130 pieces, somewhere in there. So another solid value lot for me. Um, like I said, I only paid 124 bucks for this one, so 130 pieces. That hits my ideal range there. So we're doing well. We're doing well. Ooh, getting a Wildstorm in box soon. Nice. Very, very nice. All right. Think it's about time. Have I ever been scammed buying online? Um, Skylanders? No, I have not yet. Um, there was only one other time I can remember. I forget what I was trying to buy. It may have been back with like Light Seekers or something like that. But it was a guy in Facebook Marketplace, and it paid via PayPal, but he never sent anything. And finally, he just stopped, contacting me, and so I just went to PayPal and said, "Hey, guy hasn't shipped anything, so I'd like my money back." And PayPal gave me my money back. There you go. Not too bad. That's the closest I've ever really come to being scammed online, I think. What game is Tower Time? Tower Time is for Swap Force. Game 3, Swap Force. So yeah, there are two levels there: Tower of Time and Sheepwreck Island. All right. Because of that video, you know what your next order is. That's interesting. I'm not sure which way to take that. Are you ordering a Tower of Time? Maybe. Poor Pit Boss. Yeah, I allow Pit Boss in my house too. Don't worry. Where do I get the boxes of random Skylanders that you inbox? Not entirely sure what you're asking here. The boxes of random Skylanders. Oh, that I unbox. Oh, so like these boxes here, I just buy them online. Um, so I mean, eBay, uh, Mercari, Poshmark, OfferUp, basically any online marketplace. I've probably at least looked for Skylanders and bought from most of them. So, yeah. Wolf Shadow. Maybe you're not old enough to know this one. That's a meme from a few years ago. Um, Steven with a PH. That yeah. Go Google Steven with a PH meme. Like type all that out. Steven with a PH and search for the meme, and it all goes back to like a coffee cup, I think. Yeah, it's weird, but it's from a few years ago. Not everybody remembers that one. All right. All right. I think it's about time to start this unboxing. We have a lot of people here. Let's go ahead and do this. What's the cheapest price you got for Robo on the aftermarket? That I paid? I mean, I I paid $400 for a bunch, like I've never bought one individually. Um, I once bought a lot of like 200 figures for $400 and it had Robo in it. So I mean, that's probably the best deal overall I've gotten on a Robo. Pirate Dad, yeah, I've heard I haven't checked out their Twitter, but I've heard the Toys R Us news today. Yeah. Of all the stores to partner with, I never would have thought that though. Have I ever gotten controllers? Yeah, we actually just had a Skylanders Xbox controller that we auctioned off 2 weeks ago, I think. Something like that. All right. Let's go check this out. We got some packing paper on top to fill out the box. The box then just appears to be stuffed with Skylanders. So, not a lot of packing material, but maybe not a lot necessary. So okay, the Toys R Us news. Toys R Us is partnering with Macy's. So they're gonna have basically like pop-up shops, um, at least for the holiday season. I don't know if they're gonna be permanent, but like the toys section of the Macy's website is gonna be branded as Toys R Us, and they're gonna have little toy sections, toy stores inside Macy's stores. So yeah, that's all the Toys R Us news is. That they're not coming back full force. I mean, they never quite left. You know, they did like declare bankruptcy and stuff and got bought out and different things like that. And they're just trying to find ways to still hang around a little bit. So it is what it is. Have I found a lot that has regular Chompy Mage? Yeah, I've sold 2 Chompy Mage, regular Chompy Mage through the site. I've had like 3 Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, but I have sold 2 regular Chompy Mage. So they pop up occasionally. They usually pop up more when I buy from like private collectors. Not so much on like eBay and that, but you never know. You never know. How much for that red camo in the back? Robert, I just got my hands on that red camo and he's not going anywhere. That's my collection up there. All right. Let's find some figures. Start off strong with a nice Trap Shadow. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right. And Series 2 Chop Chop. There's a Boomer. Series 1 Igniter. And a Time Twister. That's a nice start too. Some of those SSA magic items have been selling out very quickly. I've been a little bit surprised with that. Do I ever increase the prices of figures on your store? Yes. Yes, I do. I increase and decrease as needed. I don't usually announce price changes. They just kind of happen over time. I've changed dozens of prices since the beginning of the shop 3 months ago. So I mean, just keep an eye out. I mean, when I get bigger figures in, more expensive figures, I usually double check current market value, make sure things haven't changed too drastically. If I have pieces that are starting to build up and they're not selling, then I check the price on that too and see, do I have stuff overpriced maybe. But in general, I usually just let things go, and if something keeps selling out regularly, the price is probably going to go up because that means my price is low, demand is high, and well, yeah, That's what happens. Supply and demand. But yes, prices do change. Prices do go up. Prices do go down sometimes. So, how much would I pay for a volcanic vault? I mean, for my collection, I'd rather not pay more than like $20, but that's probably a pipe dream unless I find a super deal like I did with the UFO hat. You never know what you might find. Probably gonna buy a sky diamond soon. Cool, cool. Got a few of those. Yoshi, welcome. How often do I find Pinata? More often than you think. He's I mean, hard to find and people want him, but I would say I come across him fairly often. I probably had I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 in 3 months. So 1 or 2 a month on average. So not they're not super super rare. But yeah. Um Slightly more common than chaos, slightly more common than uh blackout and spotlight probably, but up there around that. All right, what's it? So does Flockstomp Smash soft too, or since Trigger Happy is supposed to be furry, he has a texture. Since Thumb Smash's texture is wow, wow. That's I'm not sure how to answer that. Um, okay, let's see. Alec, you're welcome for the Skylanders. Yes, you're welcome. Of the 3 colors in SCL, which is the most prominent? Um, I would say the blue. I tend to default to the blue for everything. Ooh, speaking of Stump Smash, got smashed. Wow. Uh, here's a series 1 Stump Smash, but I think a dog got to this one, or like you're saying, maybe a snake. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's kind of messy. We'll put that in damage pile. Yeah, Volcanic Vault, Robert. It was a special giveaway promotional item back in SSA. They gave it was packed in with some um SSA starter packs at Best Buy, and then it was used for some later promotions too, I believe. But it's partly because it was an early item that not everybody was prepared for and didn't know how big Skylanders would become. But partly because it was a store exclusive, a lot of people just didn't know about it and didn't know it was going to be a thing. And it was only a magic item. It wasn't a figure, a playable figure. So I, yeah, it's unfortunate, but those things have just skyrocketed in price over the years. And now for any collectors that are left, I mean, good luck finding one at a reasonable price. If you once saw one for $11 and didn't get it, that sucks. Pirate Dad says work has been super busy. Something huge happened. Yeah, Pirate Dad. I think I know what you're talking about. But thanks. That'd be good to get the figures. All right. A lot of comments, very active chat. I love this big crowd today. So I apologize if I don't get to everyone's comments, just because the comments are starting to fly by pretty quickly. So, any favorite core Skylanders? My favorite is Camo. Thus, I have the entire Camo collection up here. Oh, okay. Short and busy, furry, or wood textured. So yeah, uh, the Flock Stump Smash. Yeah, he's like furry. Yes, that's what flocking is. It's like small fibers that are like electrically applied to it's a weird process. Go look up like the process of flocking and it'll make a little bit more sense. But yeah, it's kind of furry. It's a very short. It's not like a shag carpeting or something, but yeah, it's soft. Alec, really? How many toes? Zero. Zero. All right, now we're into the random questions here. Yeah, I can't say I have a favorite. All right. Why are both Thumbback and Crusher on our shelf? Because they're awesome. Well, I put Crusher up there because he's my favorite giant. My wife put Thumbback up there because he's a whale. Um, but yeah, they're just part of the OG crowd that was up on that shelf. And since that time, we've just added so many awesome characters that I picked up. So did we hit 40? Yeah, we did surpass 40. Look at that. 41. I think it's a new record. That's exactly why that chat is going on here. All right, Pirate Dad, have a good day. All right. Yeah, kind of like peach fuzz. That's a good way of describing flocking. That's probably the closest you're gonna get. All right. Wait a minute. Got your hands on your first light trap ever 2 months ago and can't find anything else lower than $100. You, $100 for a light trap? I have them on my site for like 30. Oh, the yawn trap. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Yes, the light yawn trap for $100, that's reasonable. I gotcha. I gotcha. That makes a lot more sense. All right. Jingo, you're right. I just got to keep going. You guys have a blast in chat. I'll try to catch some questions here and there, but yeah. Are you ever going to sell mystery boxes again? Yes. I will definitely get some mystery boxes up there again, but they're going to be a little bit more of an exclusive item. Limited time, limited run. Yeah. Have you ever gotten any sidekick thumplings? Yes, we have. We've gotten all the sidekicks and all of the minis, I believe, at one point or another. Speaking of my boy Camo, we got him back in stock here. And we got ourselves a light core smolder dash along with sunburn and camo, two of the best SSA figures, just constantly sold out. We got ourselves a light core jetback. So not your standard everyday jetback, but a little bit different. Another damage figure here. One of our favorite damage techs, Series 1, two broken arms, damage pile. See ya. Series 1, Shroom Boom. Yeah, we've gotten SSA sidekicks. I got a complete set of them once. They sold out in like 48 hours, but yeah. There's Scorp. Yoshi Lax Repos was just in here the other day. I know it's been a while, but yeah, they were definitely pop in from time to time. Any whoa, dark supershot stealth house. Possibly. I know I've seen a bunch of them in lots recently, it feels like, but I don't know if I don't remember if I won any of those lots. There's a snapshot, somehow not broken. Countdown, standard version. Um, speaking of dark stealth elf, well, this is just not super shot, but dark ninja stealth elf, series 3, and a series 1 sonic boom. So Night Mango, yeah, the easiest answer for this is Barkley had additional releases and PetVac had additional releases. So the double pack with Breeze and PetVac was the only way to get Breeze, and double pack with Whisper Elf and Barkley was the only way to get Whisper Elf. So because the other two had more produced and were released elsewhere, they weren't as they're not as expensive and they're a little bit easier to find. Um, SSA Trigger Snappy, not super rare, no. None of the SSA sidekicks are really that rare. Um, maybe a little bit hard to find once in a while, but Dr. Pepper shirt is not for sale. It's my shirt. Do not sell the shirt off my back. Hey, Sky Diamond. Talking about those. Skylanders Gamer TV got the poster from the auction last week. Glad to see that arrived. How about a Jolly Bumble Blast? Maybe. Getting ready for the holidays. And speaking of Thumpback on the shelf, I got Thumpback in my hand. Here we go. Another one to add to the store. SCL shirts and hats. We may have something in the works. It's taking a little bit longer than anticipated, but it's happening. It's happening. Merch is on the way, folks. Merch is on the way. We got ourselves a Ghost Roaster and a Groove Machine. Speaking of Swap Force levels, we might have some in here. Eyebrow. Actually, I can just show you. We do have one of the levels. There's Sheepwreck Island. And a Dragon's Peak. What happened to the yellow Sky Diamond? I still have it in stock. It'll just be the last one sold unless somebody requests it specifically. Master Robo, yeah. The prices that I have listed in shop, I mean, unless something changes drastically, like that's what I'll sell it for. I mean, first come, first serve, I'm only gonna be able to sell it to one person, but yeah, I mean, it kind of happened. Like I sold a Robo in the shop for $200. Prices are listed. That's what I sell it for. Um, yeah. Did I shoot? Eyebrow didn't have his wings. Sure enough, we have ourselves a damaged eyebrow. Thank you for that. That's why I love you, folks. Pointing out all my flaws. All right. How about Series 1 Wham Shell? Don't believe that one's damaged. And that'll go a little ways to help somebody's collection. Skylanders Gamer TV needs a new hat. All right. All right. Keep that in mind. How about a Dark Light Crypt? Do you get free Skylanders for pointing out the damage? Well, you're not the only one to point out the damage. So I can't give free Skylanders to everybody. Do you want that eyebrow? Could probably make that work if you make another purchase. Send it along. Let me know. We got ourselves Fire Kraken. My least favorite, but somebody likes him. How about a Riptide? And one, not our first variant today, but Metallic green Gil Grunt. Looking shiny tonight. Series 1 Lightning Rod. And Series 3 Stealth Elf. Series 1 Cinder. Series 1 Double Trouble. There is a Zulu. Ooh, one of my favorite legendaries. Legendary Slam Bam. Yeah, Robert, you're welcome. A Firecracker is not one of my favorites, but I'll sell them to you cheap. Series 1 Jetvac. How much would an inbox Series 2 Wrecking Ball and Series 2 Double Trouble go for? I don't think they're super pricey. I mean, I'm not a good person to ask about inbox pricing. I don't keep up to date on that because I don't collect them. So I'm not, and I don't sell them usually. So I'm not huge on that one. But I mean, they're not super rare figures, so I wouldn't think inbox would be super expensive either. How many camos do I own? Well, I have 4 on the shelf, and they're all different, even though there are only 3 made. The 4th one is a custom made by Urban Avenger. I'll have to go. I should go pull out that clip of when I unbox that, so I can direct people to that really easily. Is there a really rare Skylander I don't like? That's a good question. But there are a few. I mean, it's like some of the chase variants I think are actually quite ugly. So I don't know. We got a Scorpion Striker. I do have 5 camos. They just haven't all made it up on the shelf. I have another custom. Actually, I have 2 more customs. One from Gamer312 and one from the Skylander dude made me a custom as well. I just haven't gotten them on the shelf yet because, like I said, that shelf is really full. Really full. Any traps today? I think so. I haven't gotten to them yet, but I'm pretty sure there's some traps in here too. Saw a crystal shortcut for $70. Ooh, ooh, that's tempting. Anybody else out there, if you're interested, go check that out. I actually might have a lead on another crystal shortcut already. That I just found out about tonight. So yeah. All right. We have a Series 1 Drobot. And oh, dog got to this one too. Series 1 Eruptor. It just likes gnawing on paws, apparently. Like I've seen them where they're like bitten clean off or gnawed all the way off, but like this dog just got started. Never got to finish biting stuff off, but it's like the same damage as Stump Smash. Yikes. What chase variants do I think look ugly? I mean, honestly, a lot of the single color ones. Like I'm not a big fan of just like the gold or silver. Doesn't really do anything for me. If they're at least metallic, they're better. And if they have like the color change paint, like those are better. But yeah. Are you keeping a crystal shortcut if you get it? Yeah, I have to. Shortcut's one of my favorites. Like he's one of the better trap masters. He's my undead guy. Um, and he like there's so few chase variants in trap team. He was the one I really wanted. I actually had a clear tough luck back in the day before I sold it. Um, but I really wanted the clear shortcut, and I could never find one. So clear shortcut would probably stick with my collection. All right. Can't believe how many Skylanders got eaten by dogs. Yeah. Wait, must explain the dog commercial. They made a dog commercial? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is why I don't have pets. How many Skylanders in my house currently? Well, we can give you an approximate number because Jindigo just told me at the beginning of the stream that he actually went through my shop and counted all the items in the shop currently, and it was 1,477. Now that's not including my collection, and that doesn't include the damaged figures I have, and it doesn't include like the ones I just got tonight. So if you include all that, it's probably somewhere around 2,000, maybe a little over 2,000 Skylanders in the house. But yeah, there's a lot of Skylanders here. What was the other clear? So it was Tough Luck, Shortcut, and Thunderbolt with 3 clears. In Trap Team. Suppose I could clarify that. All right, we got ourselves a Series 1 Chill. This is just a standard blue lip chill from Giants. Series 2 Super Gulp Pop Fizz. All right, there is a legendary Night Shift with no extra paint on the gloves tonight for anybody who was here for the last unboxing stream. All right. This is a legendary jetback. Yoshi, I don't think she's been out of stock forever. If you're talking about chill, it's just I rarely get her in, and she sells out pretty quick. But yeah, she'll be in stock tonight. Can you offer for one of the crystal hot dogs with different color fires? I only have one left. We sold the purple one. Oh, if you're talking from the other video that you saw. So yeah, the ones in box, that's my collection. I'm keeping those. We have a green flame hot dog that's out of box. That if no one makes an offer on it tonight, it will be going up for auction this Saturday. But yeah, I would need any offers on that completed tonight, like completed and paid for tonight. Otherwise, it's going up for auction this weekend. All right. How about some winged boots? And a Series 1 Zook. And there she is. Speaking of that tower time, we got both Swap Force levels today. Both Sheepwreck Island and Tower Time. Another one to add to the box. That everybody commented on earlier. I have too many of. But yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, I put out a video today giving you a tour of my office here. So you can see like the shop, basically. Go check that out. I mean, you don't have to check it out right now, but you can check it out when we're done here. There is a Crusher and a Series 1 Terrapin and a Light Core Starstrike. One of the better light cores, in my opinion. All right, folks, here we go. Let's make it official. We have a lot. We have 3X. It is officially official because everybody knows it's not a lot unless you get a true Rex. All right. How about a nope? What should be a Series 1 Whirlwind, but she's missing a horn. I'm gonna once again blame a pet. Doesn't like it doesn't actually look chewed on, but maybe I don't know. Horn's definitely missing though. Damaged. How about Hothead? Everything seems to be intact there. Now here's one we haven't had in a while. One of my favorites though, from Swap Force Core, Punk Shock. And ooh, there we go. Healing Elixir. Go along with that Time Twister. It's out of stock right now. Really hoping for Light Core Bumble Blast. We'll find out. I honestly don't know. We had a Jolly Bumble Blast. Haven't seen a Light Core Bumble Blast yet. Who's my least favorite Light Core? Oof. I don't know if he's actually my least favorite, but I really think they made a mistake with Drobot's Light Core. His eyes should have lit up, hands down. But instead, they just put him in a weird pose and made his back light up. I'm like, come on, guys, what are you doing? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's actually my least favorite. We got ourselves a Gorilla Drilla. And I do have a few halves of figures I've been setting down here, setting aside, hoping to find the other pieces. I'll get to them later. Otherwise, there's our food fight. Dude, I'm not purposely trying to ignore stories. I guarantee you that. It's just the chat has been moving faster than usual today because we have a big crowd, and I appreciate the big crowd. That's awesome. But I apologize if I don't get to everybody's comments. All right. Here is a Series 1 Frino. Series 1 Slam Bam. And a Series 3 Spyro. Mega Ram Spyro. All right, here is a Series 2 Chill, Blizzard Chill. Pirate Seas. Already blown in the wind a little bit. There's Dino Rang. Light Core Countdown could have been better. Yeah. Series 3 Gil Grunt. Anchors Away Gil Grunt. Uh-oh. Dropping figures. It's not good. Oh, boy. Is the green hot dog in the shop right now? No. So memes 101. The green flame hot dog is not in the shop. It was something I opened a few orders ago, and I said those rare chase variants now, most of them I'm not going to put in the shop. But if you see them during a stream and you want to make a private offer on them, you're welcome to do so. And if no one makes a private offer on them in time, then they go up for auction on Saturday. So every Saturday we host auctions here on SCL on SKYLANDERSCharacterlist.com. And I always like to have a spotlight item, a showcase item, and that's what I've been using for those items. So I have a green flame hot dog available right now, but I need to set up the auctions tomorrow. So if anyone wants to make a private offer on it, it needs to be done and paid for tonight. So if you're interested, you can DM me on Twitter or send me an email, twitter.com/SCLMatt. It's twitter.com/SCLMatt. Or you can email me, matt@skylanderscharacterlist.com. It's matt@skylanderscharacterlist.com. Either of those will do. We can get in touch, first come, first serve. So I'll use timestamps of stuff. Whoever contacts me first, I'll try to work out a deal with you. If we can't get something to work, I move on to the next person or whatever. But usually we can make something work with first person. Just be aware that I will require that you just make me an offer. I'm not going to set a price on it. You make me an offer. If I feel it's reasonable, we got a deal. That's how I do it. Mike and Knight, I love that. Disney Infinity was your showcase item. I'm trying to think. Do we still have any Disney Infinity? I think I do have some Disney Infinity left. Although no, they might be damaged. We might be down to the damaged Disney Infinity figures. I might have to auction them off as a lot. Anyway, Series 1 Prism Break. That's the one I dropped before. And Legendary Igniter. The Platinum Sheep. Kind of expected that one after getting the 2 Adventure Pack levels. How about a Dark Spyro? Dark Series 3 Spyro. So a lot of that is Swap Force figures in this lot so far. And a Series 1 Drill Sergeant. Am I willing to sell the giant cheese, and how much would it sell for? Well, one, I'm not selling that. For one, it was a gift. And two, I'm a cheesehead. Why would I sell my cheesehead? Here in Wisconsin, they're a dime a dozen. Come on. Not actually a dime a dozen. They're probably like $20 or something like that, but they're not that bad. If you really want one, I could probably get one for you. Get one shipped to you. Which of the Forgotten Eight, which had Series 2 and why? Well, I would say Camo, but he got a Series 2. Yeah, I think most people's answer is probably Sunburn. That would make the most sense. Sunburn really got done wrong. All right. Got a Series 2 Cinder. And a Series 1 Sprocket. Series 1 Stealth Elf, who is still on sale this week in the shop. Every Stealth Elf, pretty much every Stealth Elf is on sale this week in the shop. Go check it out if you're interested. Series 1 Spyro. And a Series 1 Flame Slinger. And now, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I need to rearrange my table because it's getting full again. But then I'll be right back. All right, back for round 2. Skadoosh, you did see a Stealth Elf. But you better hurry. All of them have been, not all of them, but they have been selling. The sale has been doing well for Stealth Elf this week. So there's probably less than you initially calculated. All right. Continuing on. Oh, got a half. How about a dark washbuckler? Harry, yes, absolutely. Chaos is worth $35. I charge 40 on my site. So yeah, if you can get them for 35, I would take it hands down. Chaos is a great figure, and like that price is pretty much unbeatable right now. So yeah, I would definitely take it for 35. I mean, like I said, that's cheaper than you're going to get it on my site, unless you're a VIP. Because if you're a VIP, then you get 20% off everything, and you could get it for 34. So, all right, there is a Pop Fizz Series 1 Pop Fizz. How many drill sergeants are in stock? I don't know. I'm a little busy right now. I can't look it up, but if you want to go to skylanderscareless.com/shop, and in the filters you can search for drill sergeant. If you just click on if you click on the actual figure and go into the individual listing, it'll tell you exactly how many are in stock. So I don't have those numbers memorized, but they're on the website. Dragonfire cannon, just the standard version. How about a Series 3 Twin Blade Chop Chop? And speaking of the Forgotten Eight, there's a Voodoo. Light Core Flashwing. Haven't seen her in a little while. Series 1 Zap. All parts intact. Series 1 Trigger Happy. Is that all the Forgotten Eight already? I haven't been keeping track. Series 1 Roller Brawl. Fantastic little figure. Both in-game and out. All right, we just had Series 1 Zap. How about a Series 2 Zap? Also got both horns intact. 2 horns, 4 legs, all good. Boomjet. Some more swappers. And probably more pet damage. Almost all there. Series 1 Chop Chop with his snapped off sword. Like, I don't know. I guess that could be from an animal biting it, but it looks a lot cleaner than, I don't know. It's one thing I guarantee you. Things coming from my house won't get pet damage, at least not further pet damage, because I don't have pets. All right, there is a Blast Zone. There's Empire of Ice. So that's 3 out of 4 SSA levels. How about Sparks? Oh, you were looking for Red Drill Sergeant? Yeah. Yeah, there's no Red Drill Sergeant right now. Series 1 Wrecking Ball. Blastermind. Need help with those puzzles? Absolutely. I just had someone ask this earlier in the stream, actually, but I don't mind answering it again. Yeah, prices change all the time in my shop. The shop's only been open for 3 months. I've changed dozens of prices, some up, some down. Prices can change at any time without warning. So, I mean, what you see right now is only guaranteed to be valid for right now. I mean, I don't change them like every week or anything like that. But like I said, if I get rare figures in, I usually double check and make sure their price hasn't changed drastically. Um, if I have what I think are rare or at least expensive figures that aren't selling, I usually investigate their price again to see if their price has changed and maybe I'm overcharging a little bit. Um, and other figures just I kind of based on demand. So like um, Sunburn and Camo have been selling out left and right. Every time I get one in, it sells. So their price went up. Sunburn and Camo have recently had price increases because they just keep selling out and they're some of the best sellers in the shop, honestly. And if I had more of them, they'd keep selling. And so yeah, I increased the price a little bit. Um, Nothing too drastic, usually only like a dollar at a time, up a dollar, down a dollar. But yeah, prices do change, absolutely. How much do you like Swap Force out of 10 and why? Oh, Robert. I know some people adore this game. I am not one of those people. Um, so I always say there's no bad Skylanders games, but because people ask me to rank them, I have. And after replaying replaying Swap Force recently, it has returned to the bottom of my list. Um, so it's my least favorite Skylanders game. But like I said, I don't think there's any bad Skylanders games, so I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6 maybe, but I don't know. It's the levels are far too long. Um, they tried to take things in a different direction than the original 2 games, which I understand. It was a different company. They wanted to do their own thing, but I really like the originals, and I really like I talk a lot about the charm of the originals, and Swap Force just lacked that charm. So, it's rough. It's rough. There you go. Red Drill Sergeant 0, 9 Series 1, 9 Series 2. So, yeah, fair amount of Drill Sergeants in stock. I don't think Red Drill Sergeant is too expensive. Yeah, there, $5 on the SCL. Yeah, that's one that, probably could use a price increase just because I don't see a lot of them, but who knows? Custom paint, Series 2 Red Drill Sergeant, Series 2 Blue Bash. Interesting. Interesting. That could be fun. Anyway, we have a glow in the dark Cinder, Series 2 Cinder. Fair warning again, these glow in the dark figures, they get super dirty super easily once they're out of the box. So they're never going to be perfect. You can kind of see it on here. It looks worse in person. Just fair warning. That's how they are when they get out of the box. There's not really any way to clean them easily. And I mean, you're just going to rub off the glow in the dark paint more than anything. So it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. They're used figures. That's what I sell, used figures. All right. Welcome, Sevenfold. What have you missed? I don't think there's been anything super huge yet. Just your standard figures, standard variants, a bunch of things that were out of stock. Bouncer. I'll let the chat fill you in if if they think I really missed anything big. Sky Iron Shield. And an Ingenie. It's pretty bent swords there, but it happens over time. Here's one of the bigger pieces. How about a Doomstone? Love getting Doomstone back in stock. Yep. Speaking of glow in the dark, we got the other one. Glow in the dark Sonic Boom. This one's a little bit cleaner than the Cinder, but especially on the back of the wings here, you can see some dark spots. Um, yeah, still not great. Like I said, I would never take those out of the box. My opinion on Skylanders Universe, I've never played, so I don't know. I honestly have like I got into Skylanders like when I got into Skylanders, I think Skylanders Universe had shut down already. So I really have no opinion on it. I don't know. Doomstone, yeah. Mike and I, we get Doomstone in fairly often. We've been getting them in a little bit more often than usual recently. Um, but yeah, yeah, we got another Doomstone yesterday. Um, I was going to tell you this was Legendary Free Ranger, but that's most certainly not. It's Legendary Free and uh, bottom half of Enchanted Hoot Loop. So we'll separate those for now. Hopefully we get the other parts. But how about a Dark Slobbertooth? Dark Slobbertooth. What price for a springtime trigger happy, and is it just a chase variant? Um, okay, so if you're talking about springtime trigger happy, it is not chase variant. It's an in-game variant, and my price for it would be up on the website. I don't know what that is offhand. But if you're talking about flocked springtime trigger happy, um, that's a lot more rare. I would price it somewhere at least $100, maybe more. And that is a weird case where it's a chase variant of an in-game variant. So it's not just a chase variant, but yeah. Which character did I get the least in unboxings? I mean, if you're just talking standard figures, well, I'd probably say like Robo. I mean, does he even qualify for that question? I mean, if we're talking about all of all of the Skylanders, including chase variants, I mean, well, there's plenty that I haven't even gotten yet. But there's a Dune Bug, and found all the parts for Freeze Blade. So yeah, Thrillipede, Wildstorm. I mean, those are options, but I've had 2 Robos, 2 Wildstorms, and 2 Thrillipedes in the shop before. The Robo, one was in shop and one was that went to auction because it was still in box. But I've sold 2 Robos. I've had 2 Wildstorms in the shop, and I've had 2 Thrillipedes in the shop. I mean, they don't last long, so I don't blame you if you don't remember seeing them there. But ooh, there you go, Royal Double Trouble. Like I said, I don't know if you're including variants and chase variants and or in-game variants, but yeah, I've only ever pulled 1 Royal Double Trouble and kept that one for my collection. So we haven't had that in the shop yet. Swap Force maybe it's bottom of the list. What is your favorite swap and why? So I don't like swapping the characters actually. So I just go with the standard characters, and my favorite's Rattleshake. Um, he also has the best in-game variant in Quick Draw Rattleshake. But yeah. How many green mages? I've had 2 of those as well. Yep. The first one was way at the beginning of the shop and actually sold it privately because I didn't have the shop up and running yet. But technically it all filtered through the same system ultimately. Random question. Do I like Simpsons or Family Guy? Yeah, I watch them. I watch Family Guy more than I watch The Simpsons just because I miss so much of The Simpsons. Growing up, I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons. My mom didn't want me to. So I've caught up a little bit as an adult, but yeah. Dark Bowser. There's another one. Have not had in the shop. Have I ever gotten a Series 1.5 Double Trouble? Yes, I have gotten one, and that one as well, I think I kept for my collection. Did we get it? Yeah, we got a metallic green Gill Grunt. Today. Yeah. Yeah, we did. There is a Freight Rider and a Series 1 Wrecking Ball. Do we know already had one of these? I want to say we already had one of these. It might be your first duplicate. That's fine. Hot Dog with his tail intact today. That's another half I don't have yet. So we got a couple of traps. We're starting to find the traps. They fell to the bottom of the box, apparently. There's our water tiki. And here's a air toucan. A little bit on the lighter side, but still has a bit of blue in him. There is your washbuckler. And another trap, Undead Hand. Undead Hand. All right, Robert, Series 1.5 Double Trouble. So no, it's not failed or anything. It's a legitimate figure that they did sell at retail. Other than they didn't call it Double Trouble 1.5. That's a name we came up with. I think I actually have it here. All right, so just a minute. This is Double Trouble Series 1. We just got this in the lot today. This is Double Trouble 1.5. You see? Same pose, different base. Same pose, different base. What's going on? Well, 1.5 was released in the Skylanders Battlegrounds starter pack. Skylanders Battlegrounds. It was the iOS game. And for whatever reason, we don't actually know if it was an error or not, but it was in every pack. It was the Series 1 pose with the orange base, and it has a Series 2 chip in it. So it plays as a Series 2 figure. It has all the attributes of a Series 2 figure, but it looks like the Series 1 figure, but has the orange base. Don't know what was intended. Don't know if they did actually mess up or if they actually intended it to do it that way. But that's how it works. So technically, Royal Double Trouble then. Royal Double Trouble is technically a variant of Double Trouble 1.5 because it has the orange base. And this was actually in the Battleground starter pack if you got it from GameStop. It was a GameStop exclusive in the Skylanders Battleground starter pack. So I hope that answers that for you. But what was the showcase item for the first auction? For the first auction. If you're like for the test auction, or no, okay, no, I remember. Okay, so there wasn't really one in the first couple. So the test auction didn't have a showcase item. The second auction was focused on the Eon's Elite in box figures, and so we had like I had all 14 of them. I sold 2 of them privately, so we had 12 that went up for auction. So it was the Eon's Elite figures. So it wasn't just one item. It was like 12 auctions. But that was the focus. I did them all in 1 week. If I go back and do it again, I might spread them out a little bit more, but we did it all in 1 week. Does it show up differently in the collection menu? So like I said, it has a Series 2 chip. So in game, everything about Double Trouble 1.5 reads as Series 2. It plays as Series 2. Any advice for inbox characters with care or display? Yeah, I mean, I would try to keep them covered as much as possible, keep them away from moisture. I if you have like a cabinet or something that you can put them in, that would probably work best so you can still view them, like a glass cabinet. You can view them, but keeps, dust and moisture away from them. That'd probably be best. I know a lot of people love putting them just out on shelves, out on the wall and stuff, and it's cool, but the environment's gonna get to it eventually. All right. Yeah, Skadoosh. I'm pretty sure because it's a Series 2 chip, everything is Series 2 in game. All right. No, when I was growing up, Simpsons was the only thing. I'm old, you have to remember. So by the time um I didn't even I didn't really pay attention to Family Guy for the first couple of years. And it was actually my freshman year college roommate who introduced me to Family Guy. He had the first, what, 2 or 3 seasons on DVD, and that's what we watched every single night before we went to bed. The entire year, we just replayed series 1, 2, and 3 seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Family Guy. Well, and he liked Aqua Teen Hunger Force as well. I didn't care for that show as much. I would much prefer Family Guy. So, it really wasn't till I was in college that I started watching Family Guy, so alright. Salt or pepper? I would definitely take salt. Okay, Skylander Gamer TV. I watched the first season of Survivor, enjoyed it for what it was, had a good time. That's when reality TV was a new thing. I can't say I've seen an episode since. Like, I know that it's still a thing, but I can't say that I, I definitely haven't watched a full season, maybe seen parts of an episode here and there. But yeah, season 1, then I was done. All right, we're getting down towards the bottom of the box, which scares me a little bit because I have a bunch of halves of swappers here, and I don't know that I'm gonna find counterparts for all of them. Hey, here's a nice surprise. We had the damage text before. Here's an intact Series 1 hex. And here's another example of figures that have gone up in price because Series 1 hex is so hard to come by intact, that I ended up raising her price. That it just, like I said, supply and demand, right? Um, so like I just there's not the supply of these keeps going down as more and more of them get damaged, and so that means price goes up. All right, we got ourselves a lobster. Uh, there were 3 traps. We had water tiki, air toucan, and undead hand. But yeah, that's it so far. Here's your life hammer to go along with the water tiki. So that's 4. That that might be it. How about a Series 1 Warnado though? The original Forgotten 8. Hey, but speaking of the guy, we got a second one. Can really party now, right? 2 tree Rex, double lot. How about a Popthorn? And I haven't seen this guy intact in a while. We got a wind up back in stock. I don't know if anybody's looking for him, but we'll have him today. Got ourselves a swarm. and put Tree Rex on sale next week. I mean, is putting Tree Rex on sale actually going to make anybody buy him? That's a question I always have with those starter pack figures. So maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll give it a shot. Here's a slobber tooth. I don't deal with threats, Wolf Shadow. No or else. Got a wow. Night shift. Call it Night Shadow. That's not a figure. Although it could be, I guess, if you swap it. Just do a Tree Rex lock. Do I only get one, or do I get like 8 Tree Rex? Can I do it with 8 Tree Rex? All right, this may be the last dark figure we needed. There is a Dark Blast Zone. So I got the Dark Blast Zone, Washbuckler, Slobbertooth, Spyro. Do we need one more? It might be a short one. Series 1 Bash. I didn't get that. You'll buy a Tree Rex on sale. Okay. Okay. Even 2 of them. Ooh. Ooh. I like this. I'll put that's in a strong contender for next week's sale then. Hey, I found a few more surprises. There were a few more traps in there. How about a Magic Axe or a Tech Angel? It's a little bit harder to find, or we don't see it quite as often, I should say. A few more magic items, Anvil Rain and Battle Hammer. There you go. Get 8 Tree Rexes and name them all the 8 elements. Okay. Okay. Wolf Shadow, you're welcome to it. Got plenty of Tree Rex to go around. How about a Light Core Grim Creeper? We just had the legendary version recently, but there's the Light Core. Oh, I found one of Hex's arms, the one with the skull. And there is Stink Bomb. We did find a few more parts here. Well, there is a Free Ranger, just a standard Free Ranger. Is Tree Rex the least sold in the shop? Close. I think least sold though might actually. I'd have to check the numbers, but might actually go to Food Fight. I think. Make them 1 cent on Earth Day. Maybe I'll have to come up with convenience reasons to put them on sale. All right. There is a Spy Rise. And last but not least, how about a Scratch? Found her at the bottom of the box. There's one everybody likes that I haven't seen in a few weeks. All right. Well, with that being said, I do have a few halves here. Question is, I don't think I have the halves to meet with them. Let me double check my halves shelf quickly. Oh, I do have one. Here we go. So there is Legendary Free Ranger. I had the bottom half of Legendary Ranger. Cool. So Legendary Free Ranger we'll have. But it looks like this is going to be my 4th Rattle Rouser on the have shelf. I don't know what it is about these two halves that keep showing up. If anybody has access to a bunch of rubbles or a bunch of shakes, like, I could really use them. And then we also have the bottom half of Enchanted Hoot Loop. So I that's gonna have to go on the half shelf. I don't have the other halves for those guys. We'll have to test them out, make sure they work, but yeah. All right. A few more questions here. Well, I missed a few of them. Do the games sell well on the site? So for the longest time, the games didn't sell at all. And then I got smart and put a button to them on the front on the front page of the website. And since then they've been selling better, but still not great. And I don't know if there's just no interest, if people already have all the games. Like, I don't think they're overpriced. Like, most of them are $5, right? That's my standard price for games, $5. Some of the Xbox One games are a little bit more expensive. I mean, Imaginators on Switch is dumb expensive. Um, but yeah, Dualahan, exactly. They claimed it was 130 pieces for 124. I paid 124 bucks. Um, we got a Scratch, we got a Doomstone, we got a Series 1 Wham shell, plus, 130 figures. So I think it's a fantastic lot. I'm great. Food Fight is so good. Why don't people throw money at him? Because he was a starter pack figure. Most people have him. And if you got like the starter pack and the dark starter pack, well then you had an extra, well, kind of extra. I don't know. Should you play Trap Team or Imaginators? Two of my favorite games. I would say go through Trap Team first, maybe. Build your way up. But yeah, those are two of my favorites. What if you did a sale for Skylanders the day it was released? Not like big store owner, but it may give people more incentive to buy them. So you mean like when the Skylanders anniversary comes around, do a sale then? I mean, we probably will, yeah. Do I think anything can beat the UFO hat? I mean, there's probably something that could beat it, yeah. But the deal I got on the UFO hat is fantastic, so can't complain about that. Masked Aqua Kitty. Do I buy lots from viewers? Yes. Yes, I do. I have bought a few in the past. Just be aware that I obviously don't pay top dollar. I mean, you can see, like I said, I just paid $124 for 130 figures. That's kind of my ideal price is $1 a figure. Now if you're trying to sell me 20 tree Rex, I'm not going to pay $20. Um, but if you have a decent lot, a decent collection that you're trying to get rid of or something like that, um, I have been known to pay more than that if you have good pieces in there that I need for the shop. I've made a lot of private deals. I don't advertise prices on the private deals that I make. Um, but I will always look at what figures you have and at least make you an offer, if it makes sense. But keep in mind, like, I'm here to buy figures to resell in the shop. So I'm here to make a profit on them. So I'm not going to give you top dollar for them, if that makes sense. Um, so if you want top dollar for them, I mean, I'd recommend selling on eBay. But if you want to help out the shop, if you want to know that Skylanders are going to a good home, then yeah, maybe we can work out a deal. I do buy from viewers. I would suggest contacting me privately, either DM me on Twitter, twitter.com/SCLMatt. It's twitter.com/SCLMatt. Or you can email me, matt@skylanderscharacterlist.com. Matt@skylanderscharacterlist.com. Um, so yeah, the easy answer is yes, I do buy, but not everybody is on board with my pricing. So, um, yeah, get a hold of me and we can talk further. Catching up with 1.5 playback. Awesome. Intact Hex has a dark blue face. Where'd she go? I mean, some of this might just be camera lighting. So, okay, yeah. If you're comparing even just these two Hex figures, yeah, you're right. The intact one does have like a little bit more of a gradient on the dark blue head. I they were probably just from two different runs. You can see like the numbers on maybe you can't see because my camera will focus on them. They come from two different batches, two different print runs. Um, so they have slightly different paint jobs. That's all it is. No major like it's not like a factory error or anything. It's just when figures are made at different times, they sometimes turn out slightly differently. Oh, thank you, Jindigo. I was forgetting the Dark Stealth Elf. Yes. So yeah, we did get the complete Swap Force Dark set. Kobe, have a good day. You want to buy all the Wii U games from me? Don't have some? We have a bunch of them. Which ones do you need yet? Oh yeah, I guess I only have like 3 of them in stock. I can see the blue cases down there. I can't see which games they are right now, but yeah. We'll get them all eventually, I'm sure. The Wii U games are a lot easier to come by than some of the other ones. I don't get a lot of PlayStation games in. Get a lot of Xbox and Wii U. You want to get a lot more Skylanders before you get in Trap Teams who charges and Imaginators. Fair enough. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, we got plenty of the early games for sure. Would I be disappointed if you said that it's true by the way that my Swap Force collection is growing, continuing to sell as my spiders? No, I don't think so. Do a hand. Unfortunately, no Royal Double Trouble today. Unfortunately, not. Would I be interested in a Series 2 lot? Yeah, I mean, Skylander Gamer TV, like, I sell them all in the shop. They all sell. Um, when I buy figures, it really comes down to price. If we can work out a price that works for me, I will buy them. Now the question is that price gonna be too low for you? Because like I said, when I make a deal with folks, it needs to include shipping because that's just part of my cost. And so sometimes if people say like, "Yeah, I have these 5 figures that I wanna get rid of." Well, it's gonna cost more for you to ship them to me than I want to pay. So, it's probably not worth it. But if you have, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 figures, um, then yeah, we can probably work something out, I would guess. So, alright. Now it is time. I can just choose a price. Well, you know how to get a hold of me. So, yeah, just send me like a picture. Pictures are great. If you don't want to take a picture, send me a list of what you have. Um, and yeah, we'll work something out. All right. It is time to test these figures and reset these figures. So let's jump into the game and get that going. As we got to test and reset, and then I can update the shop in case anybody is interested in buying. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. If you're done with the staff of the show here, Wolf Shadow, Yosh Roaster, thanks for stopping by again. Been a great stream, but I'm not.
The luck of the claw.
All right,
Clawing
good
my
to see
way
Scratch
to the
works.
top.
Definitely be a big disappointment if
The
she
luck
didn't.
of the claw.
storm. Looks like chicken scratch to me.
Oh, sevenfold. You got the Dark Donkey Kong. Nice. Yeah, we only had. I think we actually only had like 2 of those in stock as well. Like I said, those are some that I think not only were they a little bit harder to come by, but there's kind of 2 crowds that are going after those, both Skylanders and Amoeba Hunters.
I am on a hot streak.
They're not always easy to get. You'd think Dark DK would be just as expensive as Dark Bowser. Yeah, you would think so. You would think so, but apparently that's not the way it works.
Whip up a storm.
Would I be interested in playing Skylanders Minecraft map?
Looks like chicken
Yeah,
scratch to me.
I would. I haven't played Minecraft in years, but
Whip up a storm.
I'd have to see if I even still have it installed anywhere. But I would definitely be curious to see what Skylanders in Minecraft looks like. Yeah, Jindigo. Auctions are gonna start to get weird here in a little bit. Yeah, we will definitely have a lot of damaged figures. We're gonna have damaged Skylanders and damaged Disney Infinity. I do still have 3 game guides. So we'll have the Swap Force, Trap Team, and the Superchargers game guides, I believe.
You know, this is classified.
We'll have some of those painted figures if you're here for one of the last unboxings. They're not completely painted, just like they're kind of tastefully decorated, if that makes sense. I kind of hope you were here so you understand what I'm talking about. But like I made the comment before with like the legendary Night Shift, his gloves weren't painted because the last one we got was. But yeah, there some of those. I mean, I guess those kind of fall in the damaged category. But yeah, we'll have those up. I feel like there's something else that I was planning on, but I can't. Oh, we have the wireless portal.
I'm no blockhead.
The wireless SSA portal. I don't know if anybody's super interested in that. But yeah, we'll have that this week. We had the mobile portal for Trap Team last week. But this week we have the wireless portal from SSA. Oh yeah, and I mean I have the big item. I still have the green Firebone hot dog if no one buys it tonight. Oh, Fluxy, the game guides, I think those are. I think the worst of them was the SSA guide that sold last week. Actually, hold on just a minute. I can go grab them. All right, jump to the big picture for a minute. So yeah, they're the soft cover ones. But yeah, like this one, the Swap Force one is actually in really nice shape. The worst damage I can see right now is this corner right here. It's bent over a little bit. But otherwise, I would say in really nice shape. Yeah, I'm not seeing any major tears or rips or damage or anything else there. Trap Team, slightly more beat up. Like that corner is actually folded over right now. And the edges around here, you can see a lot more white on the edges. But overall, in good condition. Just flipping through the pages, I mean, it all looks clean there. That seems fine. And I think basically the same story here for superchargers. A little bit of white around the edges, but otherwise, yeah, pretty nice shape. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, they're I don't know if you call them near mint or whatever, but yeah. So okay, if you got the SSA one, like I said, I think that is the worst of them. That was the worst one. So if you're okay with that, these are all better than that. All right. Let's see. Predicting 300 for hot dog on Saturday. Wow. Are you pulling out your checkbook for that one? Houlihan? Jindigo doesn't agree. Interesting. Yeah, Robert. So anything I get in these unboxings, I sell. So like games, portals, and storage containers are all listed on the website. But anything else that is kind of an oddball item, I created the SCL auctions, as I have scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. You can actually go, I created a new URL for this. You can go to sclauctions.com. If you want to test this out, you can go to sclauctions.com, and that'll redirect you to our auction page. And every Saturday, we have auctions, and we sell off these oddball items. We've had these game guides. We've had some of the Skylanders universe, like Mask of Power books. Like there are little chapter books that they made for Skylanders. We've sold cake toppers. We've sold Xbox controllers, like the Skylanders themed Xbox controllers. Just all of this stuff that I get with these lots sometimes. If it's not something I think I'm going to regularly get, then it usually goes to auction. So yeah, check out the auctions every Saturday. On Fridays, I put up a preview of what is coming for the auctions that coming week. And so if you go to that page now, you'll just see all the completed auctions. That's what we sold off last week. But tomorrow I'll have the updates for this coming week. So if you're interested, yeah, if you're interested in the game guides, then just let me know. That is something that's I plan to go to auction. All right, so yeah, Robert. So anything I unbox, my general rule is, if it's not going to the site, it's either private sale or auction. So I usually give it at least a week or about a week to allow people to send me private offers on it. And if I don't get any offers, or they're not reasonable offers, they're trying to lowball me or whatever, then the items go to auction. Technically, like, once again, if you're super interested in the game guides, I'm going to throw this out there, I guess, for everybody that's still listening. Since there does seem to be some interest in the game guides, if you want to make me an offer on them tonight, I guess I would still accept them. But once again, offers need to be in and paid for tonight. Otherwise, they'll be going up for auction tomorrow. But yeah, I don't ever have them listed on the website. So either private sale or auction. Yes.
Oh, Wanda! Playing by the numbers. Oh, Wanda!
Yeah, Jindigo, I have to check on the Griffin Park Observatory. That still hasn't been paid for. So my thought was I haven't approached the second I think there was another bidder on that. So I want to approach the secondary bidder and see if they want it. But if they, like I said, if I don't get a quick response, yeah, that'll probably be going back up for auction soon. I don't know if I'll get it in time for this week. Kind of fell behind on my duties on that one.
Clobber and slobber. I need to crunch these numbers. Clobber and slobber.
Saving up for those custom swappers. Interesting.
Shoot for the stars.
Light core.
Sevenfold. The giant 3DS portal work for SSA? Yes, it should. It should.
A rising star.
Anything newer should work for something older. I mean, with the exception of like trap team and stuff.
Shoot for the stars.
Just as a general rule. But yes, I believe the SSA and Giants portals, even for 3DS, should be interchangeable.
Let's roll.
Do the cases sell well? Yeah, Jindigo, so that's another one. I think a lot of times people just didn't know I had them for sale. I've sold a handful of them over the months. Like, I mean, when I say handful, I mean like 3. So yeah, I still have like 10 of them in stock or something like that. But that was another item I feel that most people just didn't know I had for sale on the site.
Blinded by the light.
And I just this week finally put a link to them on the front page, kind of like I said I did with the games and the portals and stuff. And when I did that with the games and the portals, sales for them started picking up. So I'm hoping maybe those cases will start picking up in sales. Otherwise, I may start putting some of them in auctions. Maybe. The biggest problem with the cases is that
Outshining the rest.
they're, especially the bigger ones, cost more to ship
By the light.
just because of their size, regardless of their weight. Like it's a bigger box, and so it costs more to ship. So I do have like what I have them listed for in the shop. Like I almost like if someone were to buy just the large orange case that I have there, if that's all they bought. Oh wait, I have it listed for 10, I think. Okay, so no, I would still make a little money on that, depending where I ship. But I think that cost me probably $10 to $12 to ship, and so like I can't sell it for too much cheaper by itself without actually losing money on it.
And furious.
So it's kind of weird. I only have one of each. No, not all of them. If we're talking about the cases, I like the large orange ones. I have 4 of. The medium green ones, I think I have like 3 or 4. Sevenfold, have a good night. Yeah, treat the girlfriend well.
I am on a hot streak.
The smaller ones, yeah, I only have 1 of each of those. But I mean, if they're not selling in the shop, why should I just leave them there if I can sell them in auction? Like sometimes I think just having the extra visibility and saying, "Hey, come look at all the auction items," and "Hey, did you know we have these cases? I bet you didn't." I bet you there are a lot of people who don't know that I'm selling those. I mean, just look at how many people didn't know I had those game guides, right? And that's because, well, 1, they're not listed in the shop, and 2, if they didn't watch that unboxing, they wouldn't know. So, dual hand, no. I look at it every couple of days up on the shelf there, and it's kind of hidden now behind some other stuff. And I haven't actually listed that one yet. So that one in particular, I was thinking about maybe making an auction item, just because like that case seems a little bit more rare. Like it doesn't pop up as often as like the green cases. Like that medium green case pops up all the time. It was a very popular item back in the day. And so like I'm gonna have a stock of those. But the other ones, yeah, that I don't get so often. Like I said, maybe just auction them. When it goes for auction, you'll go for it. Like I said, that was an item I was considering putting up tomorrow. So, watch for it. Jinigo, really? My shop says otherwise? Shoot. Now I'm curious. I don't doubt you, but that's a problem if it actually says that. So pardon me while I go check my shop. I check the back end of my shop. Storage. Huh. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Sure enough. Yeah, those quantities are wrong. And I will have to fix that when I'm done with this, when I'm updating the rest of it. So yeah, that'll happen. Robert, thanks for hanging out. It's been great. I'm glad you enjoyed your first stream. But yeah, have a good day. The quest guy, yeah, I unboxed a Fright Rider. It was in the middle of the stream somewhere. Did you step out during the middle of the stream or fall asleep or I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Looking good.
I remember unboxing it. And like I was probably in the middle of talking about something else and just popped up, hey, yeah, I have a Fright Rider, and moved on. I mean, they're fairly common. Nothing special that I need to spend a lot of time on. Jindigo, thank you. Appreciate anybody trying to help the shop.
Making my mark. 8 legs and no base.
Keeping it cool. I didn't count how many swappers we got, but I'm just looking at my box now, and we got almost all of them, if not all of them. And we got Doomstone. That's the hard one. Wonder if we got all 16. I had someone this week buy. I didn't even know I had them all in stock, but someone actually bought all 16 swappers in one order. So that was cool. And they used the Swap Force bundle for 8 of them. Actually, 2 people used the Swap Force bundle. Oh, good point. No Hoot Loop. We did have that bottom of the enchanted Hoot Loop, but yeah, no Hoot Loop. That's unfortunate. Okay, so not quite all of them, but we did get a bunch of variants. Like we got the dark variants and the legendaries.
Deal with the wheel.
So yeah, there's still quite a few swappers.
Whoa! Check out my.
Yeah, that door hanger storage thing. Oh man, I've seen it in a few lots and been really close to buying, but the price wasn't quite right. And honestly, I don't know what I would do with that. I mean, that'd be an auction item first week. I want to get rid of that thing. I wouldn't want to hold on to that. Yeah, you're right. No Robo Browser Rattleshake. We had the halves. I suppose, yeah, we have leftover halves, so of course we didn't have them all. Oh yeah, how is that snake situation?
Impressive.
Did you find a snake? Did you catch a snake? Did you get rid of a snake? Do you still have a snake in your house?
Any last wishes?
Like I'm telling you, if I had a snake in my house, I'm getting out of the house, hiring someone to get rid of the snake, and not going back until they've confirmed that the snake is gone and it didn't like lay little baby snake eggs.
Can't beat the beetle.
My Rubble Shake army grows. Nope, my Rattle Rouser army grows. Yeah. I need a Rubble Shake army.
I think I need an abacus. Can't beat the beetle.
Man, the snake's still there. Ooh. No, thank you. Yeah, dual hand, exactly. I wouldn't want to store my Skylanders that way. Like all the pictures I see, like it doesn't even work for most of the Skylanders. Like they're all like awkwardly in there, and it's just feels like anytime you move the door, they're gonna fall out. I don't know who designed that thing, but about the auctions, he sold Purple Lightning Rod and Stump Smash. You have L, and I have Camo. Are you selling Green Hot Dog? So yeah, Green Flame Hot Dog is the last of that big batch of chase variants that I got. But if all things go well, next week we could potentially have some of Earthen Avengers customs ready to go. So those would start becoming our spotlight items. And I was right. There was 2 Series 1 Wrecking Balls. But yeah, that is... Like, it may line up very nicely. Weren't there 2 hot dogs? Yeah, there's a purple flame and a green flame. The purple flame sold privately. Sorry about that. I saw purple lightning rod, and for some reason I checked off purple hot dog in my head. But yeah, there were 2 hot dogs. One sold privately. I mean, just like your Crystal Stealth Elf. So yeah, we only have the green flame left. But yes, there were 2 originally.
Rock and roll.
Oh yeah, Jindigo got you covered there. Wow, I'm just missing comments left and right here.
These rock.
Someone bought the other one.
Rock and roll.
You are still flexing your Skylanders collection. Like I don't know what you're looking for now. That always used to be super useful. You're telling me you're looking for an Echo, and then you were looking for I forget what you were looking for after that. Like it changed so quickly to Stealth Elf. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any more chases ready to go. Yeah, exactly. We're moving on to Earthen Avengers customs, hopefully. If we don't have them ready for the week after, then we will I will that'll probably be another like mystery box week or something like that. Or we'll auction off a mystery box. I've been thinking, like, you were talking about the storage cases that I have. If those still don't sell in a few weeks, like I said, I could either auction them off, or maybe I could do like get a mystery box in a case. I think that might be the way to go. Maybe charge a little bit extra, but get your mystery box in a storage case. Or like I said, maybe that'll just be the next auction. That's what I like to hear. Customs will be there by next week. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, the quest guy, has anyone identified this snake for you yet? Like it sounds a lot like a black rat snake. That my brother had one of these. Or no, it wasn't my brother. It was a friend of my brother's. But yeah, they had one of these in their garage. And I mean, like, they're basically harmless to humans if that's what it is. Like their name says, they like to eat rats. And so they're good to control the rat population. They're great for out in the wild. But yeah, having them in your house is disconcerting. But yeah, like I know the people who helped move that other snake that I know about. They just got like a giant like soup pot with a lid and kind of coaxed it into the pot and released it into the wild again. But there you go. What do you need? You need Pit Boss, Mistcat, Wildstorm, and Robo. Also on Solar Flare and Chompy Mage and Chase variants. Okay. Well, I had some of those. I think I still have Mistcat. Yeah, we still don't have Pit Boss to it. Yeah, Wildstorm, Robo are going to be rare. And the 5 elites, sure. Jindigo, for the custom figures you got on Monday, does the entire figure have paint on them, or are you putting the entire figure up for auction? Okay, so no, it's not the entire figure. In most cases, it was just one half of the figure that had paint. And what we ended up doing is 2 of them at least matched up with, like, I had spare clean halves on the halves shelf, and so I swapped those out. And so for 2 of them, I only have like the top half that had some paint on it available. I don't have the bottom halves anymore because I actually sold them. So those will be just the half. Some of the other ones I think I have just I might have the whole figure, and I would sell the whole thing to you. But yeah. So
Looks like
I hope that may be confusing, but I I hope that answers your question.
Sharp right,
And that's exactly why I have the previews up there. I'll have pictures of everything, so you know exactly what you're bidding on. It is a black rat snake. Yeah. Okay.
That's first. Questions later. See. That's first. Questions
Yeah,
later.
dual hand. I understand living in a rural area. Like my brother's friend, they were lucky enough to have a neighbor who's dealt with snakes before, and so it wasn't really a big deal. But yeah, I'm with this right here, called professional animal control, or yeah, exotic pet stores. They tend to know what they're doing. You kind of have to. What are the whole figures? I honestly, if you give me a second, I'll go grab my auction box. All right, so yeah, the halves that we have. Oh, let's go big screen again. The halves that we have are the top of Nitro Magna Charge that has the red blaster and a little bit of red outline on the back there. But the red blaster is the main thing. The top of Dark Blast Zone that has all his little holes in the armor colored in, and again, the red outline on the back. But the whole figures were a legendary Free Ranger that has, once again, like this, his weapons are outlined on the back. And then an enchanted Hoot Loop who has the gem in his staff is painted. So, like I said, very minor things overall. But yeah, these are the two whole figures, and then these are the two halves. So that's all stuff for Saturday. Shoot, while I was standing, I should have arranged my table. Excuse me.
Now that's strong.
All right.
Promotion of the motion.
Good question. What is the starting price on an Avengers custom? So I'm still debating this in my head. The minimum is gonna be $50. That's I don't feel comfortable going any lower than that based on the work I know that goes into these, the work and the time that goes into these customs. So bare minimum is $50. I'm considering putting a minimum at 75, but I'm thinking maybe week 1 we'll put it at 50 and see how it goes. It's kind of new territory for all of us. Like, I've never had to put these customs on sale or for auction before. To my knowledge, I don't think he's ever sold any before. Just like he's given me mine, and I know it's the quality of this thing is off the charts. And like he's told me, like mine, I think he said it took like 8 hours work to make. So like there's a lot of time that goes into these things, and I want to reward him for that. So I haven't quite finalized the price yet.
Very bright.
But we'll figure something out. See how it goes. And like I said, that may change week to week as we go. Oh yeah, and the other figure we had, yeah, Dualham bought the custom night shift. Pirate Dad, nothing super interesting. More than anything for me, this was like a value lot. 130 pieces for $124, but it also included a scratch, Doomstone, and Series 1 Wham Shell. So those are probably my big highlight pieces for today, along with all the other variants we got.
I could be a contender.
I should give you a screen back so you can see what's going on here. But yeah, less than $1 a piece plus some top-notch figures. So nothing, no chase variants or anything like that today. No robos, none of that stuff. Just average stuff. Earth Avenger, have a good night. Sorry, I missed you if you're already gone. Cars, welcome. Yeah, Jindigo. Yeah, as was mentioned up above, I hope you caught that. Dualhand bought the night shift. Like I said, all of these things, anything I unbox is up for private sale or auction. It only goes to auction if nobody buys it privately. If you want to make sure you get your hands on something, come to me right after an unboxing and say, hey, Matt, I'm super interested in that thing. I would offer you this price for it. And 99% of the time, I'll sell it to you for that price.
Getting stronger.
As long as you don't lowball me. Like I said, as long as you give me a reasonable offer. Cheers.
All fired up.
You wouldn't notice if I didn't mention it. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's not huge amounts of paint or anything.
There's a way.
For crazy paint jobs on those. But because they are different, and like if I sold that in the shop and someone got it and they weren't expecting it, they just wanted the regular figure, then I might get a complaint and get a bad review. That's not good for business. Nitro Magna or Legendary Hand of Fate today? No, there was not.
Numbers are fun.
Yoshroster. Okay, what's an Avengers custom? So Earthen Avenger, who pops up in chat here from time to time. He's the one that sent me this custom camo that we call Berry Blast camo. And it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. And it is so good that I told him, like, if you want to make more of those, I would sell them on my website. And so he's not making more camos, but he's making other Skylanders customs, and we're gonna sell them on the site. And we were trying to decide, well, do we just put a price on them and sell them in the shop, we don't know what people are willing to pay for them. We don't know what a good price is. But at the same time, I want to like fairly compensate them for the time and energy and effort that goes into these things. Because I mean, they're quality customers. And so, at least for the first few, we're gonna try them at auction, see how it goes. And maybe, I mean, maybe all of them, you know, end up at the same price, and then we have our price point. So we just say going forward, like, okay, we're gonna list these in the shop now. I don't know, maybe it's an option. That's we're testing things out. But yeah, that's the basics of it. They're custom Skylanders painted by Earthen Avenger.
The fix is in.
Oh, your Matchinator disc is dirty? That's not good. Someone should send him a custom robo.
Nice specs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, and if we customize a robo, like that's going to be more expensive already. But hey, Duhan, don't apologize. That's what I mean. I know some of those items are going to be popular, but I tell everybody that all the time. It's like private sale auction. If you want something, just contact me privately. First come, first serve. That's how everything works here. Like I said, even for, like, I'm planning on putting that hot dog in the auction this weekend, but if someone buys it first, well, then it won't go to auction. So it happens. It's all good.
Stay cool.
Mirror of Mystery in stock. Yeah, we definitely have a Mirror of Mystery in stock, but I might have a broken Chill figure. This Chill does not want. Oh, maybe. There we go.
Cool.
Just my temperamental Traptanian portal.
Looking good.
Not helping out. But yeah, the quest guy, we do have Mirror Mystery
Stay cool.
in stock. It is another. It's a fantastic level. I don't know if you've played it or not before. You don't own it, but it's a really fun level. One of the best storylines in my opinion. Skadoosh, yes. Always jump on private offers if you really want something. Skadoosh is one of the best about that. I mean, obviously, yes, Crystal Stealth Health went as a private sale. And there have been a few other private sales in that direction. Obsession, you got your order. That's awesome. Always glad to hear stuff arrive.
The motion of the motion.
Like, I have tracking on everything, but I don't always, like, check the tracking to make sure that everything arrived. I usually just assume it did unless I hear from somebody that it didn't.
The motion of the motion.
Jindigo, yes, just have him make all custom night shifts. Custom legendary night shifts. Like that. One of the easiest customs ever, but apparently everybody wants it. Oh, other than just the red gloves. Okay.
Look at my numbers grow. He shoots. He spores.
Skadoosh, yeah, I have no idea what Crystal Stealth Elf would have gone to an auction. I really don't. Like, I mean, that I will say from a money standpoint, I'm taking a little bit of a risk allowing you to even buy that privately. But like I said, I usually have like a minimum price in mind that, like, you know, I think it's got to go for at least this much. So that's usually what I consider my minimum, but I can be persuaded once in a while. Depends. After 500 plus orders, how many arrived damaged or not at all? So I've only had to replace 2 figures, I believe.
My power will
Two. Well, one was damaged, and like they sent me like a video of the damage actually. So I replaced that one. The second one was a super weird situation. I always forget who it was. They may be here right now. But it was a light core flashwing, and I don't remember if you remember a few weeks back. I had a light core flashwing that like didn't want to reset. Like I kept resetting it and it wouldn't. And I think that's the one I sent them. And so when they used it on the portal, like they would level it up, but then when they took it off the portal, like it didn't actually save to the chip. So every time they put it on the portal, it would be at level 1 with 0 gold. And so like nothing was saving to the chip. So that was really weird. So I replaced that one as well. Other than that, none have like actually like broken in shipment, I guess. I had one guy who we almost had a problem. Like the package said it was delivered, but there was nothing at his house. And he found out later in the week that like they delivered it to the post office and just kept it there and marked it as delivered. And we're not really sure why, because it had the address of his house, not the address of the post office. So that one was almost a disaster because that one had some expensive Skylanders in it. Like I think that had like a blackout in it. So I really didn't want to try to replace that one. That definitely would have been a problem.
Race for the mace.
But yeah, after 500 plus orders, like next to no problem. So that's been awesome.
Race for the mace.
Skadoosh, if you didn't hit the minimum price, I wouldn't sell it to you. That's the idea. So yeah, you hit it. Don't worry.
Armed and dangerous.
Robert, welcome back.
I don't like numbers.
The quest guy, yeah. So gameplay is just going to be Monday and Thursday, unless it gets preempted by a stream like an unboxing stream like this. So yeah, no gameplay planned until Monday next week. Tomorrow, I think I may have another. Wow, I can't talk anymore. I may have another unboxing. I actually have a lot of stuff in the mail right now. So the next few days, Monday might even be another unboxing too. So we'll see. Doulahan, I honestly feel super blessed with that. Nothing major has happened. The orders all made it. I'm like, I package them well, so I don't feel that they should be damaged. But yeah, you're right. After that amount of orders and the things that could go wrong,
King of the Sting.
It's part of the reason why I package the way I do, is to try to minimize
Always do my best.
the amount of damaged items and such. So
King of the Sting.
Jindigo, oh man. I had to choose between Igniter and Wham Shell. You have chosen poorly.
Blink and destroy.
Yeah, Duahan. I mean, trading cards can be tricky too, especially when you get into mainstream stuff like that. Some customers will be very, very picky. A lot more people trying to scam you and just get their money back or whatever. Even if they did get the product, or the tracking not being updated. So that one doesn't worry me quite as much. So like I said, I had that package coming from Airship last week that it was stuck at my local distributions, USPS distribution center. It was stuck there for eight days, I think. Like it was an hour and a half away from me for 8 days.
Stronger.
And like the tracking just didn't update. And finally, 8 days later, it's like, oh yeah, we'll complete this order now. They must have found it, fell off a truck, slipped it through the cracks, and I mean it's a big package. I don't know how they would have lost it, but something happened there. Where, I mean, so yeah, since August 8th, yeah, it's a long time, and I might inquire of the post office or the USPS or whoever you sent it with, and see if they can track it down. But yeah, questioning the condition, like I said, condition of trading cards, people get really picky about. If they're not graded, well, then you're just going on, well, I think it's this. Well, I think it's this.
Stay cool.
And yeah. Yeah, some customers are just really picky about stuff. Thankfully, the Skylanders community seems to be quite good about things. I really haven't gotten complaints. So, thank you for all of you who not only buy from me, but also don't complain.
Amp it up.
But I mean, not that you necessarily have things to complain about, but so.
The best there is.
I try to make it clear what I sell. I sell used figures. They're going to be scuffed up. They're not going to be in perfect condition. And honestly, I think these unboxings help, right? That I show you that, hey, this is the condition of the figures, and this is what's happening. $500 for Crystal triple pack. Sound wild. Once again, I'm not great on inbox stuff. If Pirate Dad is here right now, he would have a better handle on that kind of pricing. I know he popped back in for a while. I don't know if he's still here, but my initial reaction is yes, that's too much. I don't know how rare it is to find one in a triple pack. And like I said, I don't do inbox stuff really. That's not my jam. So it's like new inbox chase variant like that, I would hope 300 or less, but maybe that one is a little bit pricier. Do you ever plan to get the 3DS games on SCL if they aren't there already? So I don't get many 3DS games in. I think I have Swap Force for 3DS, and that is on that is on the site right now, available for sale.
Silent
So
but deadly.
yeah, that I think that's the only 3DS game I've ever gotten in a lot. So yeah, I will happily put them up on the site when I get them, but I think the Swap Force is the only one I have right now. So if you go look up the swap under the Swap Force games, the drop down 3DS should be one of your options there to choose from. Should be available for sale right now. Doulahan, I'm sorry. That I do not understand people like that. Like once it leaves your hands, once it's in the hands of the USPS, like there's nothing, literally nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about the condition, nothing you can do about the time that it ships. And like that's why I always do my best to get stuff shipped within 24 hours, right? And because then it gives the best chance for it to get there quickly. Now, when I order from eBay, it always bothers me when people like I pay them immediately after the auction ends, and they don't ship for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? I just paid you $200. Why is it taking you a week to ship? But yeah, leaving negative reviews, man, that sucks. Yes, you don't complain. So yeah. What complaints about Robo? I think I've handled Robo quite well, and the fact that I've had 2 Robos in 3 months, I think that's pretty awesome.
Fear the fish.
There you go. Wouldn't say it's a good deal at all. Find her easily for just over 200 or cheaper if you wait long enough. There you go. He has spoken. I like that.
Looking good.
Like I said, I have no idea the pricing of those things.
Fear the fish.
Robert, so no, I don't alcohol wipe down every figure. Most of the figures I get in are pretty clean, and I just leave them as is. With the amount of figures that I get in, like I've sold over 3,000 items on the site already. We just passed that milestone this week. That's why I know that. And I have, I said, roughly about 1,500 items in the shop right now. So I mean, that's just in 3 months. So I get like 1,500 items a month. Like the amount of time it would take for me to actually clean every single one of them, even if it was just an alcohol wipe, would be too much. However, if I have gotten some figures that are quite dirty or dusty, and if they're noticeably dirty, I do clean them. But if visually they look clean, they look like they could have, just come out of a box or whatever. Like this Trap Shadow here, like he looks fine. I'm not going to clean him. He's going to go in the box on my shelf until somebody buys him, and then I'll pull him out, package him up. I'm not, as much as I would love to say, yeah, I've personally cleaned and disinfected every figure. Like, it's not practical right now for me. I already spend so much time running the shop. Like, this is getting close to being a full-time gig at this point. Just between unboxing and testing and resetting figures and filling orders, I spend a few hours on this every day. So adding, like, I have some figures that are dirty that we got a few orders ago that are out in the garage right now that I do need to clean, and finding time for them has been tricky. It actually reminds me, I had some garage figures that I was going to bring in tonight because I did have them cleaned, and I forgot to. Oops. Well, the next unboxing we have,
Looking
I'm gonna have to bring those
strong.
in. So yeah.
The beam is supreme.
If I have over 5 of a character I don't own, I should just keep one. Yeah, I could. Like at this point, like I'm just not super worried about my collection. I mean, if I like the way I keep buying stuff, and like I said, if I have more than 5 of them, well, it's probably going to be pretty easy to come by. And so whenever I do decide to, complete my collection, yeah, I'll have them all sitting right there. But yeah, I'm just not too worried about my collection right now. I'm having so much fun doing these unboxings and so much fun filling orders and having everybody else complete collections. Like, yeah, I'd rather focus on that than my own collection right now.
Hail to the whale.
That's something I'm surprised we don't see much of, is a damaged robo. I mean, I'm honestly curious to know
I see.
how much that would sell for, right? Like, that has to be an auction thing.
Hail to the whale.
You want to just show up in an unboxing, yeah. That's true. Like, honestly, even if I saw a damaged robo, I'd still pay a pretty penny for it just because I know other people would be interested in it. Least favorite, yeah. That's my usual answer is Firecracken. So, like, I don't know if he's actually my least favorite, but he's the one that I complain about the most. Don't take figures off while they're resetting. Okay, I guess a reset.
Bring the boom.
But yeah, Firecracken, I there's nothing I like about him. I don't like his design. I don't like the way he runs. I don't like his attacks. I got nothing good to say about Firecracken. Solar Flare Aurora from Garage Lot. I don't think I have a Solar Flare. I don't think so. I do have a lot of good stuff out there. I was just out there looking at stuff. And there's more quality items out there than I realized. Or than I remembered. Like, there's a lot of good variants out there. There's a bunch of creation crystals out there. There's still some good stuff out there. So I got to get back to cleaning some of those up. Damage robo with the tip of the arrow missing for 75. I'd pay $75 for that. Bet you I could sell it for more. Or even just sell it for 75 and get my money back and help someone else find it. Right?
Swarm.
Yeah, Robert, I am a fan of Wind Up. I was pleasantly surprised with Wind Up when I was playing through Swap Forces last time. Like, I didn't have a lot of experience with him. But yeah, he turned out to be all right. Skadoosh, no, there's no big chases out there. Like, Robo was the biggest item out there. And I knew that I had to take care of Robo. Like, I had to take care of Robo. It was like, that was the money figure there. That was the reason I bought the lot, right? So he was the first one in. And obviously the first one sold.
Hey, I'm on fire.
Dual hand, yeah. I mean, some of the packaging they used for that stuff. Like, I always felt that way about the elites. If you ever opened up an elite, like the plastic they put around the base to hold it in there. Man, it always feels like you're gonna break something or scratch up the paint but I mean, you figure dozens or hundreds or thousands of other people have taken them out of the packaging. Like, I'm sure you can do it too.
Armed and dangerous.
Yeah, sure. Use the scissors to cut them out. There you go.
Slash and burn.
Duhan got the first Robo, I think. The one that was in box yet from the auction.
No chinks in this armor.
So Wolfender, I know you're new here, so this is standard. So I'm almost done testing and resetting items here. Like I still have to go through and test the magic items and the traps that I got. So I have to switch down to trap team to do that. But once I have that done, this stream will end, and then I will go update the shop. It usually takes me approximately half an hour, but if you want to know exactly when the shop is updated, follow me on Twitter, which I think you might already. But yeah, twitter.com/SCLMatt. And I always post on Twitter as soon as the shop has been updated. So you will know exactly when all these items have been added. But it's usually, for a lot like this, it should take me roughly half an hour after this stream ends to get the shop, to get the items up in the shop. That was my last character. Oh, well, no. Damaged items. Damaged items. Almost forgot. All right. So here's our halves.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Stick my day. I always look good. Go ahead. Stake my day. Go ahead. Snake my day.
Looks like our miscellaneous halves work this week.
I always look good.
We got 6 damage figures, not too bad.
My day.
Nothing super rare. Ooh, Master Robo. I like your thinking. Yes, we have talked about signing the figures and signing prereqs to sell them off. So that is something that will probably happen down the road. I'm trying to, hold off on that a little bit and make that special. But I like that idea of like customizing them, making like a super SCL Treex. I may have to
Impressive.
team up with Earthen Avenger for that. See if he can paint me some SCL Treexes. That could be fun. Bad joke time. Who's there?
Slice and dice.
Greatest Griffin, welcome. Glad you could join us again.
Does my power please? Slice and dice.
But can Matt make good customs? No. No. Matt cannot make good customs. Matt is not a painter. That's for sure. I do not have a steady hand. I am not ready to paint. Owls who?
Enchanting, aren't they? Feel the dark.
Yeah, if you're looking for sunburn, honestly, yeah, I've been very, very surprised how quickly sunburn has been selling out. But like I said, camo has now reached that level as well. Both sun. Yeah, they do. Owls who. Uh-huh. But yeah, for how much, you know, people kind of complain about Sunburn or wanted more of Sunburn, I would have thought like everybody owned him already. But they've been selling out super fast recently. Like every time I get one in stock, it sells out.
Born to burn.
Bumble Blast is fantastic as well. Yes, Robert.
Flames are growing.
Bumble Blast is my kind of figure too. Even like Wind Up was a pleasant surprise because it's not usually my fighting style. But Bumble Blast is exactly my type of figure. Absolutely love him. All right. That is the final figure. So now we need to test magic items and traps. We didn't get any superchargers. So we will just move over to trap team. And then we'll get out of here. But all right, what's the big deal with Punk Shock? Well, a couple of things. One, she's one of very few female characters, and they're always a little bit more popular just because there's so few of them. But Punk Shock, in my opinion, is a fantastic character, not only from a design standpoint, but also in game. I think she plays very well. She's another one that plays to my strengths. And so I absolutely love Punk Shock. But she did come out a little bit later, was a little bit harder to find first time around. So that attributed to some of it. Like even people who were collecting actively the first time around might not have actually had her. So I don't know. I mean, just weird combination things. I don't think she's super rare or hard to find. I don't think there's a big deal about her anymore. But she's a little bit higher priced than some of the other figures. Yeah. Cool looking, great to play. Exactly. Skadoosh, I don't know that I can change your mind. I know there are people who enjoy playing Sunburn. I am not one of those people. I've been told that if you level them up all the way, can get a little bit better maybe, but yeah. Skylander Gamer TV, correct. No blackout. No blackout. Still waiting on blackout.
Born to burn.
Grace Griffin, what do you mean is Crash wrong? Crash Bandicoot? I'm not sure what would be wrong. I'm going to say no. I don't think so. Oh, Crash like Sunburn? Okay. Crash the Skylands. Got it. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. I wouldn't say he's wrong. I would not say he's wrong. I'm not going to start up some war over that. It's one of those things, like I said. Everybody's going to be somebody's favorite.
Cuckoo clocker.
Like I've said, I despise Firecrocking. We've had people in chat who love Firecrocking. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge you for liking figures that I don't like. They're out there for a reason.
Whoa! Cold front coming
Enigma,
in.
awesome. Thank you for this little mini testimonial here. I'm glad your order arrived. I'm glad you continue to order. It's fantastic.
Dreadnought.
Get the
buzz going.
Yeah, Dullahan, you're right. I do get sunburn. It comes in stock quite often. I mean, it's an SSA figure. Uh-oh. Just hoping this is an empty trap. Undead hand trap. Not showing me anything. Gotta make sure it works. Undead, undead, undead. Who's undead? Mastermind. There we go.
Mastermind.
Mastermind.
My turn.
Man, they just didn't use these traps. Magic trap.
Bombshell.
Bombshell.
Yeah, Sunbird's an SSA figure I get quite often. Not too hard to find. Punk Shock, yeah, a little bit harder to find, but it'll get in fairly often.
Buzzer beak.
Cool. Wolf Tinder, yeah, we got almost every swapper today. I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but yeah, we got almost. I think we determined like all but like 3 swappers. Like we didn't get Rattleshake, which I have plenty of in stock. Rubble Rouser, which I have in stock, and Hoot Loop. Hoot Loop might be out of stock, but yeah, like everybody else, I think we got. All right, all our traps work. Time to test some magic items. If you could give a review on the SCL shop, you'd give it an 11 out of 10. Well, Skylander Gamer TV, I'm going to hold you to that. Well, you don't have to give me an 11. But I am currently working on a system to leave reviews. I'll put out a blog article about it shortly so people aren't confused when they start showing up. But there will be emails coming out soon asking for previous customers to leave reviews. And I want you to know that they are actually coming from me. Like that is something, it's not just junk mail. I am actually asking you to leave reviews. So yeah, that is something I am going to start trying to collect because I've had people ask me about that, like other people that have wanted to leave reviews. And like, where can I do that? I'm like, well, I'll let you know. So I do have a system that's getting set up so you can leave reviews. It won't be directly on the site, but yeah, we'll get it worked out. Am I ever going to do mystery boxes again? Yes. So yeah, like I said, I want the mystery boxes to be a little bit more special. Not something that we do every day. Not something that is always offered in the shop. But kind of limited edition. You know, like I said, I was only offering up 5 of them, and even if I only sold 1, if they hadn't sold by Saturday, I was going to remove them from the shop. So limited time offering. Limited quantity. But yes, I do plan on doing them again at some time because they sold fantastically well. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So I'm hoping that everybody that gets them enjoys what they get. Definitely gonna buy Firecracken. Awesome. Be glad to get him out the door as soon as possible. Would there be a license issue if you did paint them that way? You can change it just enough that it wouldn't matter. Which way? I'm just if I painted like painted them as SCL colors, or is that what you're talking about? I would say no. It's a custom work of art, though. It's actually less of a licensing issue at that point. Sorry, Robert, that's your question. Let's see. Maybe think of putting Midnight Museum and Sunscape Spire on sale once. Well, Robert, the thing is that they sell very well at those prices that they're currently listed at. So I don't anticipate putting them on sale right now. Right now, I just don't have any in stock, so I can't even put them on sale. But yeah, that with rare items like that, I mean, I have no reason to. No reason to change prices on those while they're still selling at those prices. Wolfinder, yes, we did get a green soda. Ruptor's torturing himself with all the magic items. Yep, it definitely is. Usually we're a little bit farther away from that. Oh, painting True Rex and NFL team colors. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Obsession. So we could get away with that. There's a few tricks. Like one, they don't trademark, patent, copyright the colors themselves, right? In most cases. And I mean, I'm not going to be using the exact colors. It's just going to be as close as we can get if we would do that. Now, where it would get tricky is if I started painting like their logo on the figure. That would be a little bit more sketchy. Or if I like created some kind of football helmet for the figure and painted a logo on the side, like that'd be, that might be crossing the line a little bit. But just painting them in NFL team colors. Now, if I said, hey, this is a Green Bay Packers Tree Rex, they might have a problem with that. If I say this is a Green Bay Tree Rex, there's not much they can do about it. It's kind of like I get a NFL, or it's not even, what doesn't even say NFL, right? I get a professional football schedule from my local realtor every year. And if you look at those schedules, you may get this for your local teams as well. But it's a Green Bay Packers schedule. They color it green and gold, colors the team. But the opponent is always just like Washington or Seattle or New York. It's not the Giants or well, now it's the Washington football team. That was a bad example. The Seahawks, right? They never use specific team names, and that's how they get by it. It's like, yes, like everybody knows what it is, but they're not infringing on any trademarks. So, yeah, just by using the colors, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, so Robert, sorry, I don't have those in stock right now. Those tend to sell out pretty quickly when I do get them, but I do get them in fairly often. So keep an eye out. If your lot has Firebone hot dog, does that interest me? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. Firebone hot dog is not easy to come by these days. Not super easy. Yeah, Obsession, I think I did miss your earlier post. I totally missed whatever you're saying. I apologize for that. Yep, there you go. As long as you're not using logos or trademark names. That's exactly it. Working on your first Skylanders custom. Nice. Okay, worked on Amiibo before. Yeah, if you feel free to share pictures if you want, whenever you get them done, or of your other work too. All right. Okay. So anyway, that is all of our traps, all of our level pieces, all of our figures. I think we got everything. So it's about time to start heading out, I think. Oh, Masked Aqua Kitty. Firebone Hot Dog. So Firebone Hot Dog was a late wave release. This is about same story you're going to hear for a lot of figures that seem like they have a high price that shouldn't. Um, it was released in wave 4 or 5, so there wasn't a huge amount of distribution of it during its initial run. For Hot Dog in particular, he's a fairly popular character, so people wanted him, but it wasn't distributed well, and therefore he's hard to find and demands a higher price. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what wave he released in. I want to say he was a wave 4. Could have been a wave 3 even, but still, just hard to come by. Yeah, Dual-Hand. I have always thought about that. When I thought about trying to make customs back in the day, like back in the Swap Force days, I'm like, yeah, he is a football player. He is, absolutely is. Yeah, exactly. Only saw him once in stores. I get it. There you go. He was wave 4. Yeah. Exactly. That's why Scratch is hard to come by. That's why Punk Shock's hard to come by. Frino is a little weird, but yeah. Wolf Tinder, and I did not get a Nitro Freeze Blade today. I got one recently, but I think it might have sold already. But not today. All right, folks. It's getting late, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for another great stream. It was a blast. We had a record number of people watching this stream. So it's been great. If you haven't already, make sure you go watch the video I posted earlier today. You can check out my office and the SCL shop and see how things go. So yeah, got all that done. But I'm going to update the store now, and I will let you know on Twitter when that is done. But until next time,